Good day, Merry Meet. My name is Glennis and I'm the Witch of Whitetail Hollow. I want to welcome you to my channel, and it's just so awesome to see everyone. I wanted to give everyone just a very gentle reminder today. Officially, today is the first day of the Mercury Retrograde that runs until March 10th. And I just kind of wanted to give you, a bit of a shout out about that, and for you to be kind of cautious and mindful about some of the things that you do or don't do. I know the past day or so I have felt, a little bit wonky, a little bit different in my communication, or maybe the communication that I'm perceiving from someone else, and I'm kind of like, is it me? Is it them? I really didn't know. And so I wanted to share with you, I have my Mercury retrograde candle happening here. I also have a couple, I think you guys can see, a couple of spells happening here that this has actually nothing to do with the Mercury retrograde. But actually, when you think about it, everything really does, because no matter if you're a student and these are student blessing candles, or prosperity, or a diet, Mercury rules communication and expressions. And so certainly if you're in school or in your workplace and communication seems to be a bit off, then of course we certainly want to send out extra blessings for students and people who are on diets. But I just, and of course I have a prosperity spell going here too. But I also wanted to give someone very special a shout out too, as far as the Mercury retrograde is concerned, and some things happening in their life. And I know that they were a bit dismayed, disappointed, whatever word you want to use, that something was supposed to happen that they anticipated. But don't you think, in hindsight, with the Mercury retrograde happening now, that the delay was probably a really good thing? So let's be just ever so thankful about that. I know I certainly am. And, things along their way are as going very, very smoothly. So there's no worries there. But anyway, from February 17th to March 10th, from June 18th to July 22nd, and from October 14th to November 3rd, just be mindful. If you are texting back and forth to someone, and, I know you guys have heard it before, where you send a text and the other person, takes it as maybe they're offended or their feelings are hurt or something like that. So sometimes text emails are kind of hard to, you send it one way, it's received another. Well, especially right now, this is the prime time for mishaps to occur. If you have at all the luxury of putting off, if you're going to buy a new car, a new house, or if you're going to make a major move, sign a lease, anything like that, if you have the luxury of putting things off like that, then I certainly would. And, I'm guilty of this too. I've actually, excuse me, I've got some business planned in a couple of weeks. And, in hindsight, I should have looked at my calendar and gone, oh my gosh, what am I thinking? But my reality is that I can't, I have to, kind of plan my time off from work and when I can get, certain business dealings done. And so I'm just going to have to make sure that with the paperwork that I'm going to be signing, I'm going to make sure to read it and make sure I understand if I have any questions. If anyone is asking you anything, certainly take, 5 seconds to formulate your answer. No one is going to penalize you for thinking over an answer before You just spew it out there. And if they do, well then, well, but no one, there's no rules anywhere that says you have to answer within 10 seconds of someone's question. So, just be mindful, be thoughtful, and and especially in relationships, it's a tough time, especially if you're in a new relationship. Miscommunication happens all the time, but just be mindful. Don't necessarily take the other person with what they're saying as, don't get so offended so quickly if you can help it, unless they really are blatantly offensive, and then, well, that's a whole other channel. But I'm actually starting to work and starting to charge these candles, along with, I make my own Mercury Retrograde oil. I make my own Mercury Retrograde herbs, which is what I've got going here. And again, it's not the most attractive candle because you can see where the oil has come through. And so that's why I chose these two candles, because at least they do have the covers on them, and to where I can pierce them and I can put my own special oil in them and charge them. And actually, one of these is already sold. It comes with a vial of the oil that I make. And it's already sold, but I do have the other one available. So if you guys are interested, shoot me a quick email. But, just be mindful, be thoughtful, and think twice before you send an email. Certainly now is prime time for any kind of technology. If you're going to start a new computer system, now probably wouldn't be the best time to do it. But, companies have been known to do it because, they don't watch the charts like we do. And certainly, they probably could do better as far as glitches in the system, working things out. But I want to thank you guys for joining me. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day. And with that, I'm going to say merry part, and I hope to merry meet again. Goodbye, guys.